Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, product views, and answers that you can use. Like an answer to the question, Chris, when you first started this live broadcast that you're doing right now, was the microphone muted? And the answer is no, the mic was working just fine, but in the original broadcast that has likely now been edited out, I was messing around with the YouTube broadcaster because some people have been experiencing again, and it's not an on mic setting. There's something that's going on, I think, with the software. So I erased all the settings, started over again, and just forgot to reconnect the microphone, not physically, but in software, to the broadcast. So everyone should hear me just fine. Thank you for joining me. It is going to be a very busy week or few weeks for me now because this week we're ramping up to Vlogger Fair this coming weekend. And plus, you know, Diana is pregnant. She's really close to being due. And we expect that pretty much, or should be expecting it any day now. We're reaching that time in our lives, and it's kind of exciting. So you'll have to pardon as I'm just kind of falling behind in certain respects. It's been more than just busy for me. It's been taxing and busy at the same time. But let me go ahead and thank, as of right now, 959 patrons. But when I looked into the Patreon system today, we're going to be going through it in like the 15th of the month. That in 4 days, we're going to be cycling. And that's, I think, what we're going to have to do moving forward. Everyone who deserves credit up here will absolutely get a month's worth of credit as we move on. But I noticed that about 50 people on Patreon, their pledges had not gone through. So we're going to be contacting them at some point in the near future. Ow. I almost... You know what? I was talking about this in the vlog, how I chipped my thumb, which is fine now. It took that long. And we had problems uploading the vlog on Saturday. YouTube was having issues. People across the West Coast had problems uploading the vlog. So we're now a day behind with the vlog, or I guess further behind than we were. But the thumbnail that was broken in the vlog is fine now. I almost did the same thing to my other thumb just there, reaching for the guis. Well, okay, they're not the guis. It's the leaf from Gui, the guppy keyring from Gui, and the guppy sport from Gui. To clean glasses or you know, screen, like tablet screens or phone screens. I had this Gui on my phone, like a little magnet thing that now I have stuck to one of my pencil stands, which, well, I guess I have one pencil. It's a mechanical pencil. My pen stand, what would you call it? Caddy? Desk caddy? So I love the GUI stuff. The GUI stuff is fun, and they just came in as a new patron. I'm very, very happy to have these types of accessories now in my toolbox, my virtual toolbox. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Next, should we just jump into the news? Audible.com. I'm still doing that. I'm looking for your favorite childhood book on Audible if I can, because you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of reading, and you know, Audible will be able to do the reading for me as I'm driving. You know, with Baby Pirillo. Baby, that's not the name. Baby Pirillo will eventually be not Baby Pirillo. We're kind of deciding. We know what we will be naming the child, but we're kind of deciding on how we want to approach that in relation to social. But I did want to make note of that because I need feedback. I'm looking for good Audible books for kids, and I'm just kind of going through and finding the stories that I grew up with, and I didn't realize they had an Audible version available. NatureBox is another thing that we just did an unboxing for the other day, and this is great for all you geeks out there. If you're gonna snack, you might as well snack healthy. They know me. I know NatureBox knows me because, well, we've been promoting it, right? naturebox.com/Pirillo. You can save 50% on your first NatureBox. It's like a monthly subscription thing. Save money, might as well. Oh yeah, Audible, you get a free audiobook download through our link, audible.com/LockerGnome. Anyway, they sent Pop Pops in the box. I knew, like, I was kind of hoping for it. They sent me more Pop Pops. I love these things. Love them. I love popcorn, but I think I love Pop Pops more than popcorn. That's saying a lot. I love Pop Pops. Well, like one of my all-time favorite snacks now. Better than corn nuts. Better than popcorn. Better than any corn snack I've ever had in my entire life. I'm not just saying that. I love these things. Crunchy, and yet they melt in your mouth. I love crunchy snacks. Love them. Except for Crunchy Frog. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of Crunchy Frog or Anthrax Ripple. Spring Surprise, also not very fun for me either. Any other Monty Python fans out there? Maybe not. Alright. So, I should not eat and talk at the same time. I need help with Diana, but she's not with me right now. So, I posted something on my Instagram page And I mentioned how I did it in Facebook, but a lot of people were really there, and they were asking really good questions. They're wondering how I did it. Someone thought I actually did this by hand, and I didn't. I basically emojified Diana, and if you can see a bunch, if I tilt it, that's Diana's face, but it's made out of emoji. So I found this app. I'm a huge fan of emoji. I love emoji. So I posted this to Instagram and Facebook, etc. And you can see there's Diana's full face. She's built out of emoji there, right there. And it was easy to do. I used something called Emojify. Now it's 99 cents. And before you guys start freaking out, or gals, because guys and gals can freak out equally, before you start freaking out, you can get it for free. I've talked about this before. Just use your feature points, exchange for just any paid app in the App Store, iOS App Store, and you can get it. So, yeah, if you want, spend 99 cents. It's not that big a deal. But I got Emojify for free and love it. People were wondering how the hell I did it. You can do it too. It doesn't take much. Just get the app. Emojify. I'll put the link for you in the video description. Via Crow 550, apparently, Google is asking which Android app you would like to see most in Chrome OS. Now, we've talked about Chrome OS before, demonstrated it. I've done some reviews on some Chrome OS systems. I'm a fan of Chrome OS. I think that Google's going the right direction with Chrome OS. I like how they've implemented it. I like the price range of a lot of Chromebooks. Diana loves her Chromebook. Well, it's the family Chromebook, but she uses it more frequently than she uses her MacBook. Google talked about bringing Android apps, pardon me, to Chrome OS. And in doing that, they're not saying they're bringing every Android app. Well, eventually they might, but right now they got to begin somewhere. So if you want an Android app on Chrome OS, you've got to tell Google what you want. You have to give them priority. Thank you, Crow550, for sending this link along. It's a direct link to the Google form for you to use. By way of patron Steve Mannering, he sent this to me last week. Didn't have time to cover it, and then someone else did after he did. Google has something called the Google, the streetcar? Or the Google car that takes the mapping, Google Maps car, whatever they call it. Apparently got in an accident. Yikes. And here people, this is what I like to, well, I don't call it that. The word is in German. It's called Schadenfreude. And my German is really bad. But the idea is you shouldn't, make fun of other people for their failings because, pride goes before destruction. And for all the people who were on Google's side of the fence when Apple Maps was released, saying, Apple Maps will drive you off a cliff. You got to watch out if Google's mapping your street because it may hit you. So I'm sorry that this happened, but it's news. I think it was inevitable. Car accidents happen, but I don't know how you feel about this. I don't feel anything. It's a car accident, and I wish it wouldn't happen. I wish no car accidents would happen, and maybe at some point in the future, no accidents will happen. Either way, it happened. Google. So the next time you hear someone making fun of Apple Maps, send them that link saying, Schadenfreude. And now you can say you speak German. Doppelganger. Seeds and teeth. That wasn't German. I'm just telling you. I need water. Diana brought me water earlier, and I'm out. My R2-D2 C3PO Princess Leia cup is out of water. I'm like a fish out of water here. Fish. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Fish. That's By a patron, Earle Greene. Consumers don't buy new computers because they don't expect them to be much better than what they already own. Oh, this is so true. This is a great article talking about how the PC market is kind of shifting, and it's not going to change just because people want it to change. Like, it's already working on slim margins, and even after a system gets sold, it's a question of how is that system going to be supported? Hardware, software, etc. And this to me, the statement in this entire article was insanely telling. This speaks to what have I been preaching for years, guys, gals, everyone out there, y'all? What have I been saying? Experience is everything. Screw specs. Screw them. Specs are worthless. I've purchased amazing specs before, and it's been a craptacular experience that I had to pay to have someone take it away. So to say, quote, consumers don't buy new computers because they don't expect them to be much better than what they already own, I think is damning. They're used to mediocrity. I think that really, more than anything, I think that's what's holding the industry back. I think we're just kind of accustomed to just horrible experiences, and I think we need to stand up for that. I really do. I think as consumers, you guys control things with your purchasing decisions. You decide what survives and what doesn't, or you should. so long as the market is open and you have the freedom of choice. But I think that it was certainly worth, for if you're a PC fan and you stand up for I don't mean a fan that you're in a PC, like a supporter of PCs and the idea of PCs. I think you owe it to yourself to read this to understand that it ain't going to be easy for the market to turn around, because I think the market's already kind of moved on, and what we used to only be able to use PCs for, we can now use tablets, smartphones. It's no longer a computer room. I mean, the whole house is a computer room. I mean, your pocket is a computer room. PCs aren't what they used to be, and I don't think they're going to make a comeback. Doesn't mean that I don't think PCs are or that I think PCs are going away. I don't think they're going to go away. I still need a PC. I do. I absolutely need a PC because of the things that I do: crunch video, edited video. I prefer it for multitasking. You know, it's just, that's the way it is. That's the way I think it's going to be. But for most people, you know, PCs and the idea of a PC, I think, is becoming quickly antiquated. Just read the article. If you think I'm crazy, tell the author that he's crazy, and tell the rest of the industry that they're crazy. But I hate to tell you, you got to find a few other million people who agree with you. It could happen. Not saying it won't, but I think it's a cogent analysis and perspective on the state of the PC industry. Thank you, Earle. And I'm going to thank Earle again. Americans watch more DVR recordings and streaming video than live TV. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. And it shouldn't come to a surprise to you. Or as, I always mess this up. Come to a surprise? Come as a surprise to you. You know, I think most of the video I see these days, YouTube. Honestly, if I don't get it on my social feeds, I don't usually see it unless I, am seeking it out directly. We'll record some shows on the DVR, which is a DVR system throughout the house. But even then, it's kind of like, we expect we're going to catch up on it sooner or later, and we'd almost rather just go on demand than have to chase down one recording or another. And it's just, I don't know, the idea of a DVR is great, or was great, in a time where you had to capture live not TB. Hopefully no one captures TB out there. Tuberculosis, not a good thing. Get yourself tested if you haven't. And you probably don't have it unless you do, in which case I'm sorry. So anyway, moving on from the TB comment, my own verbal burp, the idea of having to continue to, come to media on its own terms is again, these are just more than mildly antiquated ways of getting already paid. Test. Mic check. Mic check. Man, you know what? Today's almost a TLDR that didn't freaking happen. All right, hang on. Let me. Now that I don't know how much you guys couldn't. YouTube, you had one job. Just one job. I had a need for water. I had one job. Here. So hopefully I think everyone should be able to hear me now. I wish I was watching that. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't think you guys missed much. It's just me babbling and saying I'm going to be updating this presentation here in another... How long? Another 5 days, 4 or 5 days. But everyone's going to get everything that they pledged for, but we had about 50 people who are a little delinquent on their pledges that we have to loop back with. Let me go ahead and check to make sure everything's fine. He's reading our comments, but we can't hear it. Sorry. Honestly, I think the universe just does not want me to do a live stream today. Man, all right, let me go ahead and run through these patrons, give them the credit that they deserve, and again, we'll be updating that presentation on, this week, on the 15th. Wherever my head is not at, that's when we'll be updating it. Mace Windu's vacuum is what I was starting to refer to here. I talked about a vacuum that I got the other day from Dyson, the DC59, and I love it. Very lightweight, sucks up all sorts of dirt and debris. Apparently, that guy commenting caught what I said when you guys couldn't hear me. I was on mute, so I know that came across. Oh yay, fun. Technical support, I need them, but they're YouTube, getting a hold of YouTube technical support. You want to talk about service and support. Sometimes some companies are lacking, and you got to deal with them, sadly. Anyway, Mace Windu's vacuum. It looks like Mace Windu would have it, because it's purple, and it doesn't, it's a vacuum that sucks, but that's what makes it awesome. It's one of my favorite vacuums of all time, and I cannot believe I'm raving about a vacuum again, but someone was asking about it, and I tweeted it out. If you're looking for a good vacuum, it really, it worked well. It's got about 24 minutes on a charge, and it sucks up stuff that you look at and like, oh, the carpet was just vacuumed, and you do it again, and it's like, oh my god, like there's dust everywhere. I love cleaning up that way because that's dust and debris that otherwise gets dug into the carpet or passed around or whatever. But if you're gonna vacuum, you might as well do what the vacuum is designed to do. Let's see here. Someone, Cassie said, and we're back. Great. Awesome. Unless Cassie said something else that someone else was referring to there. Hey, Cassie Lowe says, go home, YouTube, you're drunk. Okay, honestly, Cassie, I think you've got the title of the day. I think go home, YouTube, you're drunk. That is perfect. That is so apt. That's now officially the title of this TLDR. And if I don't remember to do that, hopefully someone will. You said you were going to title that. Sometimes I find it after I say things. Microsoft. This was interesting. I watched a series of commercials from Microsoft. They are basically kicking up the old Mac versus PC argument through a series of new commercials. And I get where the commercials are kind of coming from. And it's kind of they're taking a page out of the old Apple book, but they're just not that witty. They're not that funny. And they may be kind of accurate-ish, but just not... I didn't like them. I didn't think they were that creative. I think Microsoft could have done better. I loved the old Mac versus PC commercials. And back when I was a PC, I loved those commercials. So it had nothing to do with my allegiances. I just thought they were funny. I think they were very well done. I thought they overstated problems, but they were very well done. And I did not find... Maybe I found one of the Microsoft new Mac versus PC commercials well done. Because they did price comparison, spec comparison. But beyond that, I think they put a finer point on, bridging the gap between wanting a tablet, having a tablet, and the PC that you knew and loved. That still is not. This is the big deal, guys. That still has not stopped Microsoft from bleeding $1.7 billion on Surface. That's how much they've lost. $1.7 billion on Surface. Man, Diana picked the wrong day to not be here right now. Whew. She's not going into labor. Otherwise, there's going to be some days when I'm like, I can't do TLDR. I'm a little occupied right now. So just be surprised. Don't be surprised if that happens at some point in the near future. Oh, okay. Here's a new app that I found out about. Is this free today? I think it's, yeah, they just released it. It's free. It's got an in-app purchase. It's called Ultratext. So it asks me to start typing here. All right, I'm going to show you how to use it. Let me turn down the God bless America brightness. Okay, there's the handlebar. I don't want to, God. Phone rage! The problem... Screw it. Screw you. Now I can do it on the home screen. The app just... Oh, no, I didn't want to turn off that. The app did not want to capitulate. All right, let's try this. All right, so I'm looking here at text. My pledge went through, Chris, says Jonathan Kern. So I'll type in my pledge went through Chris. Even though there's a comment. So I want to put a little emoji in here. There's a little green star thingy. And then I'm going to take a picture. A little something like my eyeball, like, whoa, my pledge went through. Okay, so now that I've done it, what happens is you get a little animated GIF. This thing here, you can type out words and it makes this animated GIF. Everything I typed in. So I typed my pledge went through Chris, and then a little emoji in there, and then in my face, and so you can intersperse things, and then you can take that image and you can basically share it. You can tweet it, you can text it, you can do anything with it. It's an animated GIF. So I posted that earlier today. I hate Mondays with a little like a band sign and then my face. Kind of neat, Ultratext, and it's newer-ish on iOS, and I love these types of apps. So anyway, there's a little app that you get for free. You can pay 99 cents and it takes off some of the annoyances, but I didn't find them annoying enough to want to fully register with an in-app purchase at this point. If I keep coming back to it, it might be possible, but I ended up tweeting out the animated GIF earlier today. It's easy to use, too. Super, super simple. I don't know if it's available for Android. It may just be iOS. You guys can, guys and gals. I'm getting used to that. You gotta say guys and gals, not just guys. There's no boundaries as far as I'm concerned when it comes to any kind of geeky and nerdiness that you love. Here's the there's the one I posted earlier. Told you that's exactly what it is. I hate Mondays. See, and then it puts a little I guess a watermark there on the animated GIF, but you can post it straight to YouTube or not YouTube to Twitter, and it's supported. I think kind of neat. Next, want a better Facebook? Your answer is probably yes, unless you're one of those who did not or does not use Facebook. Although, you might note, too, some people caught this. When YouTube was having problems on Saturday with uploads for everybody on the West Coast, or pretty much everybody, I ended up posting the vlog for that day in its entirety to my Facebook page, and a lot of people caught it. I ended up the next day, when I could uploaded it to YouTube, so it's things are kind of a day behind, but it's the best I can do. The challenge with Facebook is that sometimes you feel like you're not seeing the things that you want to see. So here's what you got to do. Honestly, this is the way to do it. This is a great article. Someone basically went through over a couple days and liked everything he saw just to see how Facebook would change things. And it made it more horrific for him. Duh, go figure. What I've noticed, and what this is pretty much backed up by research, I mean, this guy's research, your research, when I want to see something in the feed more and more, I'll make sure I like it, I'll make sure I comment, I'll see those friends more, I'll see those brands more, I'll have a better Facebook. So if you're missing the things that I'm posting on Facebook, just like something on Facebook, comment on something on Facebook, you will see it more frequently. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just interact more, and you'll see it. You'll see more of what you want if you interact more with what you want on Facebook. It's actually, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it's actually pretty intelligent. That's pretty smart. So long as you're liking the things that you want to see more of from those people, or beyond. But be careful, because you could basically tailor Facebook to, whether you realize it or not, something that you said or you indicated that you liked. So if you don't like something, don't like it. There. If you like something on YouTube, they don't really have that as a metric. I mean, it's always good. If you like it, if you appreciate it, it's always nice to kind of throw us a bone. That's always nice. I always like that. We posted this link from deals.lockergnome.com the other day. The $1,000 Google Play Store giveaway for everybody who was whining. Sorry, okay, maybe you're not whining. If you were complaining that all I talk about is iOS, $1,000 Google Play Store giveaway. Yeah. Do I really need to say anything else there? There you go. $1,000. One of you guys out, or gals, is going to get $1,000 from the Google Play Store with our giveaway, deals.lockergnome.com. Details are on the link in this video's description. From BI Intelligence, Business Insider Intelligence, they're basically suggesting, through research, messaging apps will soon be bigger than LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram combined. You know, I probably use Messenger, or I guess a variety of messengers more frequently. And I'm not the kind of guy who fell victim to the whole fear, uncertainty, and doubt about the Facebook terms of service. People were freaking out on iOS because the way Facebook had to come out and say certain things, and it was really more about Android's restrictions because some of the things that the Facebook app said it was possibly going to do, it could never actually do because iOS wouldn't even allow it to do that. But I use a variety of messenger apps across platforms, and it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I still communicate that way a lot. I use social for communicating with the general populace. I would wish I had a better mobile app strategy for engaging community and doing more fun things with people. Maybe at some point I will. I'm not thrilled with our current mobile app. The biggest value for our mobile app, by the way, is, oh, hey, John, you got some extra bonus time there. Still working with John. He's working on a project, by the way. He's letting me know what's going on with that. But I think there's going to be a time that you will enjoy what he's got coming down the pike as well, especially if you like technology. But yeah, you know, for as much buzz as LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram get, I think it's a pretty big deal that Messenger's still popular. We like communicating with each other, and I don't need to communicate everything to the world. I mean, there's certain things that I would want to communicate. I'll send animated GIFs and stickers to Diana. I found a sticker on Emojili. Emojili is that emoji social network that's not released yet. I found a sticker of Miley Cyrus on a watermelon. This is great. How can I? There we go. It's you know how she loves watermelons? It's Miley Cyrus on a watermelon wrecking ball. And I sent her that sticker by way of Messenger. I love the internet. It's kind of fun. Where else are you going to find Miley Cyrus on a watermelon? You know what I'm curious about? Who made that? That's what I want. Who made that and why? I know why I was looking for it. I was looking for watermelon. And that came up. That's how I found it. I didn't look. Miley Cyrus watermelon. Who would search for that? Okay, if you're the kind of person that searched for that, I don't want to slag. Yeah, I'm just saying that's kind of bizarre. So what do you use more? Do you use a messenger app or do you use social apps? Me? Messenger, no doubt. You know, I'm so sorry we ran into so many technical hurdles today with the broadcast, not just at the beginning, but in the middle. Honestly, I do not know what's going on. I can almost guarantee it's not on my end. You know, I got plenty of bandwidth coming down the pike, serving it out to YouTube. That's not an issue. I do these kinds of things every day. I mean, I'm always monitoring things. So I don't know. I don't know what it is that's making it a problem. But again, YouTube was having an issue with the West Coast, so it may still be the case that they're still having an issue, and I'm doing my best to troubleshoot it and try to deliver this live stuff for at least the patrons every day, and everybody else gets it as a bonus. I am going to try to do our second live stream today, the Q&A with you and me. I do 5 of them every week. 4 of them are exclusive to patrons. 1 is for everybody. Today's is the one for everybody. Someone asked, what would it take for you to switch back? I've talked about this before, but it's a good question, and I think, you know, at this time, I guess we're accelerating, I think, in terms of the industry, and I think I would never rule it out. That's the thing. I would never say never, and I'll detail that in the separate video for you today. So thank you for bearing with me during the silence, but you got to see me drop an F-bomb. I'm sure someone's going to animate just that. Well, at least you didn't hear it. What are you gonna do? Technology. It's not. This is why, you know, people always say, "Why don't you collect more technology?" Why would I want more frustration in my life? I'm trying to slim down, streamline. I will leave you today with some more product views that I received from behind me here. Let's see. We put his name on the envelope, but I don't have it in a card. William Robinson sent the Star Wars trading cards from the Disney store. They're packs of 3, 1, 2, 3 series, and they're in package. So I'm going to collect these. They're going to stay in package. Thank you very much, William. And he also sent a couple of Star Wars artificial sweeteners, car fresheners, air fresheners. And this one is kind of neat. It's a classic one. You got Star Wars: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi inside the classic ones. Kind of neat. I don't know if I'm going to take them out. I'm not a big fan of using air fresheners necessarily, but I might put Vader in the car, this one, because I've got this particular Vader one hanging up. The thing I thought was kind of funny about this, it says on the title, it says air freshener, Star Wars air freshener for cars, trucks, boats, and RVs. Only for RVs, there's an apostrophe. You see it? It's apostrophe RVs. Oof, that's That's bad. Okay, now listen up. I'm gonna educate ya. Word crimes. You feel me on this? Is that a first world problem? First world problem. Okay. Can't get Yankovic out of my head. What can I say? Thank you so much for, as I said, bearing with me. Hope everybody has a good day. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody has a fantastic week. Believe it or not, I will always be there for you as much as I possibly can be. But there's only so much I can do in the average day. And believe me, I've got a stack of things I got to get through, including a couple of things on my stickies that are pink stickies. They don't annoy me any more than the yellow stickies, but they're stickies nonetheless. I got to figure that out. I got to do that. And then I got to do the other things. But now, I'm going to close this video and start another one. Thanks again. Hope you liked today's efforts. Hope you liked it enough to share it. If you haven't subscribed, comment. Just let me know that you're a human being and you're treating other human beings with respect. That'd be great. And of course, I just wanted to be if I'm the person to tell you today that I love you and I appreciate you, then I'm glad I'm that person. Thanks again. I really appreciate your support. Your attention is everything. I know I'm kind of gushing now. Sorry about that. No, I'm not. I'll gush all over you if I want. It's effusive. At this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. We'll see you later.